Hi everyone and welcome once again. It is TDL Live. Ryan Ritchie, Adam Ford, TDL Live for February 2nd, 2009, post-Super Bowl edition. Our good friend, the fishbowl, did not make it in.
A little under the weather.
Little Super Bowl hangover, so the fishbowl of news tonight, subbing is our good friend, the Black & Decker Flavor Center Steamer Plus. When you have food and it needs steamed or flavored or plussed, turn to Black & Decker. Okay, with that, Super Bowl came and went.
Super Bowl. It's gone.
Steelers won. We're victorious.
It was a good one. Some good commercials, I thought.
It was not a banner year for
It wasn't. No. But there were a few notables. Really like as always, the E-Trade baby commercials. They always get me. And really like
Career Builder. I know you were a fan of
the Career Builder one was hilarious. The lady just screaming in her car. That struck home with me. And really like the Doritos Crystal Ball.
Yes.
That was a winner. That one was definitely a winner.
Very cool. So. Also, we should point out, this is for a lot of people perhaps the first time seeing the new site design.
Yeah.
Welcome to the digital-lifestyle.tv.
New and improved.
Your Apple authority. Now, you'll notice on the homepage, again, it's a bit of, when they show you the two lines and they say which one's longer and shorter, and then, they're the same.
Yeah.
If you look at the homepage, you might be thinking, gosh, this video player is smaller. But it's not.
Not so.
It's not. It's the placement.
Right.
And now that the blog is on the homepage, it looks like it's smaller.
But you could go to the player page.
Click on Watch.
Yep. And go to the player page, and it's a larger version.
The show is bigger than ever before. You
can.
And currently players on several pages, so you can read a blog and watch us or go do something else and enjoy.
We hope you like it.
And let us know your feedback. Send it to feedback.
How about
@thedigital-lifestyle.tv or via Twitter.
Go ahead, give it to him.
You don't know, do you?
It's @TDL Live.
Okay, that's a test. And also via iChat, TDL Live. So with that, let's get to what we're known for. No, I don't mean...
Anyway.
I don't know what I was going to say.
I don't know. All right, first story. Here we go. Brought to you by the folks at Engadget. Proposed bill would require all camera phones to make themselves heard. So several other countries have rules where if you take a picture with a digital device, it has to make a camera noise. So the idea here, I believe a senator from New York.
Ooh, look at you.
Representative from New York, Mr. Pete King, not to name names.
Right.
I'll drop names tonight. I think I'm going to drop names tonight. Said that he's trying to pass a bill that the camera phone, introducing the so-called Camera Phone Predator Alert Act.
Chris Hansen's involved with this somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think you get the idea that camera phones will have to make a photo noise. But you know what? That makes me wonder, because I can disable the audible function on my digital camera.
Yes.
So am I going to have to turn that back on? Otherwise, I will be in some kind of violation.
Well, that's the thing about this. There are so many millions of devices already out there that you're not going to be able to retroactively change this.
It might be hard to enforce, though.
It is hard to enforce, and the bill as written does not address standalone digital cameras. It's only camera phones.
It's camera phones, yeah. It specifically calls out camera phones, which is, I guess, how you can be super sneaky. But I don't know. It kind of seems...
silly?
Yeah.
Ridiculous?
Like, snap your picture and run these days if you don't have
What kind of sound should it make? Should it make an alert sound? It would be neat.
I think it should be a cow noise. Like, all cameras should go moo.
I think it should be Chris Hansen and it says, why don't you have a seat? Why don't you have a seat? And then you know. Let us know your thoughts at TDL Live. I get sucked into those marathons, the Catch a Predator marathons, Predator on MSNBC. I
get them every time. They get them every time.
Who likes crackers?
Come on, hands.
We've got...
I get hands.
This is from our good friends at Torrent Freak. You know, it's rare that we reference Torrent Freak on this show.
Very rare. It's very rare.
The lawyers always get a little nervous.
Bad for us right now.
There is now a one-click iPhone app cracker hence my wheat cracker reference earlier, released to the public. So essentially this allows you with this app that is called Craculus to strip, the DRM off of your iPhone games and apps.
So you can share them.
So you can share them with friends and family.
Right. Just pay the 99 cents, folks. I mean, how much is this going to cost you?
No, this is probably free because
Okay.
it's 99-cent apps are keeping the man down. I want
Yeah, I mean, support the developers who are putting stuff out there that's good for 99 cents.
I disagree. We have a God-given right to iFart for free. It's ridiculous.
I think it is.
But anyhow, torrentfreak.com, they have more information on it. They don't have the download directly, so.
And we're not going to go ahead and endorse doing that.
We're not. We're just informational
giving you the
purposes.
information.
I think it's kind of ridiculous, and it's also something that, who knows, the apps could break in the future. Maybe Apple put some sort of detector to try to find it. I don't understand this because this gets on. I'm all for getting rid of DRM, right?
Yeah.
But I don't like it. But this isn't.
So you're not going to go out and endorse theft.
Because when you do this, what happens? They make stronger DRM.
Right.
Because so you're shooting yourself in the foot. You're actually making the situation worse.
Right.
And to have this on a blog, it's not like you get a blog entry. Hey, we figured out a new way to cut into the glass at the bank. Or in this case, 99-cent apps.
Yeah.
Hey, we figured out a way to cut into the glass to the machine that holds the candies for the Shriners. You're at the barber shop and you put the money in and the chiclets come out. Anyone?
Not in my barbershop.
Okay.
I wish I had that, though. I don't think I would take advantage. Usually go too early in the morning for chiclets.
I think you're missing the point.
I'm stuck on the chiclets.
I'm sorry.
Verizon touts 1 million BlackBerry storms sold to date. The headline says it all. Thank you, Engadget. Had a chance to pal around with a BlackBerry Storm.
Oh yeah, buddies, just friends.
I did. Yeah. That we weren't going to make it anything more after the first introductions. Not overwhelmed.
Okay.
My first impression. Now, to be honest, I didn't really spend an extended period of time with the device, but first impression was just not as good.
Now, on a first impression basis, what would you say of that phone versus the G1?
I think the G1 was nicer.
Okay.
Was nicer to use.
Okay.
The one button, the clicky screen thing. Mm-hmm. A little weird.
Okay.
A little weird. A little dicey going with two fingers. Mm-hmm. Because it doesn't know, like if you try to type too fast, it doesn't know which letter you're trying to type, and it will only pick one of them, and you hope it's the right one.
Got it.
So the two thumb going on, kind of, yeah.
So I don't know if we actually I'm sure there's a story that ties in, but we do want to talk some point tonight about Palm and iPhone, the iPhone and the Pre and all that stuff. Speaking of product reviews, do you want to prop it right now? Where's your prop? Macro, could you toss me the prop?
Ooh, don't toss. I'm gonna move in.
It's okay. Clearly it's fine china. This week we're testing Capitamani for you QVC viewers out there. Yes, what?
It is the Blue Microphones Snowflake. So we're gonna give that a whirl. See how that ends up working out for us.
I know they've really bought into the Snowflake packaging here.
Oh yeah, it's definitely.
It'd be tough out of the winter season to move those units.
But it's winter. It's in season.
Right, currently.
It's in season.
Okay.
It smells fresh.
All right. I don't know what you're doing.
Smell?
I don't want to smell it. Okay. Thank you. I've got a flavor center here. I don't need to smell things. Breaking news, this is from Touch Arcade. Turns out that iPhone and iPod Touch users are far more likely to download games than other smartphone users. You're kidding.
That's shocking.
You're kidding.
Absolutely shocking.
But perhaps the thing that is worth noting here is the story's ripped. Bear with me. The actual number, the digits, they don't lie.
Okay, and I'm sure that we won't misrepresent them.
CEO Pelago is the company that did these graphics. The not graphics. What's that called? Data. Thank you.
From the research department.
Determined that the current base of 13 million iPhone users had already downloaded as much software as the equivalent of 1.1 billion users of other phones. No.
Nice.
Get your finger on the dump button. No kidding. So there you go.
Yeah, I hope they didn't spend too much time researching that.
iPhone accounted for 14% of mobile game downloads. Hey, just want to point out to everyone, don't forget about the blog. I know you enjoyed the entry about
Yes.
QuickTime. Oh yeah,
Yes.
QuickTime. We forgot about QuickTime.
Let's not forget about QuickTime.
I was frustrated when the quarterly earnings were announced a few weeks back, not by the earnings so much as the fact that you couldn't listen to the QuickTime call on the iPhone. And you just got this little message, iPhone version will be available later. And so everybody's like, hey, we need Flash on the phone. Well, Apple can't even get QuickTime fully implemented yet. So what's it say? But just like you had said about you'd forgotten QuickTime,
I did. I totally forgot about QuickTime.
Apple may have as well.
Well, yeah.
I mean, they know it's the format that everything sells on in iTunes, and that's about it. By the way, may have had a Steve Jobs sighting today. If I put that in the blog, then everybody will be, there's a sighting.
More on that later.
Yes.
More on that later.
Yes. It may have just been someone that kind of looked like him.
Well, alrighty. Apple's Insomnia Film Festival canceled. Students go back to sleep. I think I may have missed this one. I'm gonna lateral. I'm lateraling. I'm lateraling.
I do not like the laterals. Insomnia Film Festival, essentially, it's the same concept as the 48-hour film festival, which I know is near and dear to your heart.
For 48 hours.
What happens is the insomnia portion of it comes from the fact you have 24 hours
Right.
to do the whole concept, shoot, edit, and deliver the finished product.
Okay.
In this case, it was a 3-minute movie. We previously here on TDL, we had the winning film from last year's Insomnia Film Festival, played right here on your home for Apple News and Information and Lifestyle. So this year, though, the Insomnia Film Festival, sponsored by Apple, just kind of quietly disappears. Disappears. There was a message late last year, vis-a-vis November. Should that have been an IE November? I think I vis-a-vis not to mention the pronunciation, but let's. Anyhow, back in November, they put a message up basically saying, "Oh, there are some problems with the servers right now. We'll get back to this whole Film Fest thing." And,
Right.
And then that was it.
That's a shame.
I think it was.
The concept's pretty cool, right?
It's a cool concept, and obviously it's not a core business of Apple, and times are lean and all that. But at the same time, you're going to campuses, you're interacting with students who potentially are going to purchase your products.
Right.
It's a small drop in the Apple bucket.
Yeah. It's marketing dollars. It's promotional. I mean, that's what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
So, it's unfortunate that they have. They're not going to be doing that this year. So, sorry, folks. But 48-hour film festival is a film festival with a similar concept, although it has hideously higher entry fees. Well, there goes that sponsorship too. Well, it is. It's ridiculous. It's like $300 for a team. It's just insane.
Any reports from the fishbowl? Is the fishbowl hanging in there?
I mean, maybe he has.
I know
tweeted.
it was a rough morning, but
maybe he has tweeted.
Just not up to it. Okay.
That was. Oh, you did a lateral.
I did. I lateraled.
Okay.
It's your pick.
Let me check this out. Don't worry, I'm on it. Speaking of Flash and the iPhone, the latest report in the ongoing ongoing drama of Flash and the iPhone is that apparently, according to Engadget, iPhone, Apple, and Adobe are now working together, collaborating to make Flash a reality on the iPhone.
Well, good.
It's very sad if you go and do a Google search for Flash iPhone. Stories go back over a year now.
Yeah, it's
right around the corner. Here it comes.
It's been a long time in the works. So I take that with a little bit of a grain of salt. I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it. Until then, I don't believe it at all.
Okay, very good.
That's just where I am on that. That's where I am. All right, let's see what we got here. Sounds like a fresh one. iTunes Plus upgrades go a la carte. So you can upgrade your music from iTunes protected format to iTunes Plus which you were required to do with every track in the library, but no longer the case. You can pick and choose which tracks you want to upgrade to iTunes Plus. I'm perfect. I don't know. Where are you on this iTunes Plus thing? Are you like, gee, the regular iTunes just isn't good enough, I need the iTunes Plus? Or are you looking to really use it on another device? Is there like,
well,
I'm trying to just get the feel,
get the
vibe.
The useful function of it that frankly I don't feel is worth paying for. If they want to make all the tracks you've already purchased Plus by default, that would be great. Especially if you purchase tracks at 99 cents that are now 69 cents.
Right.
You should get it. But what it's useful for, if the DRM isn't there, devices like PlayStation 3 can stream the music files, the AAC files, but they can't stream anything that has Apple's Fair Play embedded
Protected,
in it. Right. So with this gone, it does allow you to not so much put the music onto other devices, but maybe send the music to more wireless devices in the house.
Okay.
It's neat, but if you have a decent sized library,
it's a little pricey.
Yeah, you could almost just buy another iPod for that other room.
Right.
And put all the music on it, depending on your collection.
Airport Express. Just plug it in. Huh. Okay. Yeah, because I'm not finding that the quality just isn't good enough on the regular stuff, or I don't have another device that I'm going to put it on. I'm not streaming. Right. It's just like, I don't know. I mean, it's nice that it's there. Don't get me wrong. I'm just,
Speaking of quality, I know where you can get quality T-shirts.
I do too. I wonder if it's the same place.
Where would you go?
It might be the same place.
With this,
I would go to the store.
With the handy dandy new redesign of the site, you can either go to the store or down there on the right hand side of the screen below the player, you can see the scrolling.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice
widget. It's all the same thing. Look at the store items.
Yeah.
So, and more are coming.
Good stuff there.
Trust us, they're coming. They're in the pipeline, as we say, on the roadmap. Now, we're not going to discuss them, taking a page out of Apple's book. We're not going to comment on future T-shirt designs or other products that might be offered, but we are the most excited that we've been about our T-shirt line.
And we think it's the best T-shirt line ever.
We believe these are the best T-shirts we've ever manufactured.
Is that? No, it's you.
Okay.
It's you. I was Plus.
Here we go.
But this is two. That was iTunes Plus, and this is the Steamer Plus, right?
Black & Decker Steamer Plus.
Steamer Plus.
I should take a picture of it with that Amazon app and see if I can find it on Amazon.
You should do that.
It worked well last time.
I hope you're sitting.
I'm telling you, you might have time to do a focused on this. I know you have plans for one this week on another subject. The digital TV debacle.
Oh my goodness.
So the Senate says, yes, unanimously, let's hold off. The House says, no, let's go. Let's do it.
I just don't want to see the commercials anymore. I know it's coming. I know the digital transition is coming. I just don't want to hear them anymore. And I don't even watch a lot of live TV, and I don't want to hear it anymore. It's just, enough is enough. Let's just do this transition. If you haven't figured it out by now, you deserve to be left in the dark. See you later. That's where I am on that.
Wow.
That's where I am.
Wow, strong words. Well, I'm no economist, okay? But here's my thought. Instead of this this whole stimulus package, or even the $40 coupon for the box, the converter box, or $30 coupon, let's do some sort of TV rebate. Now that's something Americans can get behind.
Talk to me about this. I'm intrigued.
Let's say
give you money.
Give me money. Let's pay if you're going to give them a coupon for $30 anyhow for one of these boxes, give them $30 off a new TV, because the TVs act as digital converter boxes. Give me 50 off a TV. You stimulate the TVs. You can make it be an American-made. Well, there aren't any American-made TVs, but
careful how many TVs you're going to stimulate. I mean, this is family program.
I don't want to stimulate too many TVs. But just something I'm throwing out there. We don't get into policy much here. We don't write many bills for Congress. I'm just throwing.
Although
it out
maybe
there.
we should get into that.
We could
probably do some good stuff there.
Do that. But you know what? We should start. I hate to say this because someone out there is going to take this idea and when they have their yacht, we're going to wish we were on it. But there was talk this election season about making the government more like Google, more open government, easier to search for documents and everything. I say, what if we impose the Twitter 140 character rule on all new laws?
Get down to it.
There you go.
Down to it.
Laws you can tweet. I think I'm on to something. Let us know what you think. TDL Live. Also, don't forget you can subscribe.
Can I do a sidebar?
Yeah, I was in the middle of getting excited to click on subscribe.
Go ahead.
You can subscribe. Okay, go ahead.
I was getting excited. about it. So Google Earth today.
Yes.
Did you? I think
it's not in the bowl. Go ahead.
So
or not in the steamer. My apologies.
Not in the steamer. The bowl is far too under the weather to make an appearance. So Google Earth today and now has reached the sea. So we know that 70%. We're going to go with 70%. 70% of the world is water, and Google Earth is now covering under the water and has some good stuff. So you can check out Under the Water at Google Earth. But do that later. It'll be there for a while.
Dare I say Under the Sea?
Under the Sea.
Oh, wow. That's you. I thought it'd be me.
No.
Me.
I'm up though, right?
Everything's hotter under the water. Under the sea. What? Can we hit the pause button on the show for a second? On the iChat, we have a tech question coming in here. I'm sorry, I don't have the name here.
That's okay.
It might be Derek.
Okay.
Looks like it might be Derek. Upgraded to Leopard. Did an archive install, also on a 30 gig iPod video. First gen, would it be wise to move my archive system files onto that iPod and use it as storage?
Okay.
Or should I just simply put it onto an external hard disk? So,
right.
Yeah, well, you know who would be great for this question?
Our resident genius.
Jamie DeGrazio, who co-hosts Root Access, where we do indeed take questions just like this. So if anybody has tech questions, send them to root@thedigital-lifestyle.tv. But real quick, I mean, you are using it as a hard drive if you've enabled hard drive use on it.
Yep.
So you certainly can back that stuff up to it. The 30 gig first gen would still connect via FireWire, correct? So you could still use target mode.
Correct.
You wouldn't necessarily have as much value in doing that on the new ones that are USB because you can't go into target disk mode on USB.
Just my 2 cents. First gen 30 gig is going to be how many years old now? About 4-ish, 4 years old, thereabouts.
Depending on
Well, 30 gig though. I mean,
I don't know.
The first generation of the 30 gig was
that the third 3G with the 4 buttons? I don't know. Well, just go with it.
I think the point that I'm trying to make is an iPod is not what I would consider a reliable hard drive.
Right.
And if it's already going to be a couple years old, if it's sensitive stuff or something that you really don't want to lose, I wouldn't recommend going that route. I think an external hard drive would be a much better solution.
Okay.
Just my 2 cents.
Along those lines, I discovered, this is kind of embarrassing, I discovered a missing iPod of mine that's been MIA for about 2.5, 3 years. Was in the car.
Oh.
And that's actually the LC 4th gen, I believe. Last generation before the color screen.
Yeah.
And so I'll be bringing that in, firing that up. We'll see if it still works. But I'm sure it does.
That's just the preliminary.
All right, let's move along.
Moving on.
Root Access, though, for your tech questions.
iMovie HD fading into the ether? Ether? As Apple removes download. So if you really hated iMovie 08 and you have not upgraded to iMovie 09 and you were thinking about downgrading to iMovie 06, you're out of luck. Apple is no longer seeding that.
However, I will tell you, Mac Rumors, if you go to Mac Rumors page 2, their page 2 section, I don't know if it's still up there, but 2 days ago, the direct link to iMovie 06 was still working.
Yeah.
They have the direct link in there. So they took down the product page on Apple. By now, they may have taken that link down too.
Could be.
Especially right now, they're watching, like, oh crap, they're right, we left it up. And they turn around and hit the button. I know you've had an adventure with iMovie 08.
I have. It's a little rough. And I wouldn't consider myself a power user by any means, but it's a little challenging to get things just the way you want them. A little challenging. I ended up putting a break in somehow and couldn't figure out how to get it out.
Okay.
I don't know how I did it to begin with, but I don't know how
When
people use
when
it.
we were young fledgling Apple employees and served some time at the retail stores,
Yeah.
one of the things you would do with, like, say, iMovie is you'd show Grandma and Grandpa how easy it was
Yeah.
to make a movie. So
was pretty-
here's my plan. I'm going to wear a disguise. I'm thinking to make me look older.
Yeah.
I think I'll come out kind of Mark Twain-esque and
right.
maybe have the white jacket and everything
Okay.
and a pipe. And I'm going to go into it, not lit. I'll just
Wow.
go in there, and I'm just going to say, now, show me how this iMovie works. And I'm going to see.
They're going to be showing you iMovie 09 though.
I know, but
Seems like it's easier.
I just want to see if they're able to convey it in a manner that's as simple as it used to be able to be. And I really think it's to the point it needs two interfaces. Easy, beginner, and advanced, which is something they've done on DVD Studio Pro for quite some time, which brings me to iDVD. Look for a blog on that soon, because much like QuickTime, iDVD completely forgotten now that Apple wants everything to be online. So, anyhow, me.
That's you. That's you.
Boy, I stole that one, though. I feel like I picked that
No,
one.
I don't know.
You were in the corner of the end zone, you had it, and... Netflix profit up 45% Q4, nearly 10 million subscribers, and they're doing well. People are staying home and enjoying the movies.
I had a funny incident with my Netflix. I don't know that we have a heck of a lot of time to get into it, but I'm pretty sure that my mailman was stealing my movies.
Oh yes, that's right. We'll talk about that next week. It's quite a story.
We'll save that for later, but those shenanigans I think we've managed to cut out, but for a little while there, enjoying the movies at my expense.
We will talk about that. There's two. See, I couldn't see. Go ahead.
Alrighty,
We got
going
to move
in.
here. I hate to have leftovers. You know
Yeah,
that.
especially if we're steaming them with flavor.
The Wilt.
Oh my goodness, look at this story.
That one might need it.
My glasses. Oh wait. Apple may use nuclear arsenal to
geez.
delay Palm's iPhone rival.
Mackerel.
What nuclear arsenal are we referring to?
Can you put that in the fridge? We're not going to get to that.
Yeah, we'll have to put that on ice. So the nuclear arsenal that we're referring to is, of course, the patents that Apple owns on their products and their software and everything else. And I might sneeze here, so I might have to hand off.
All right, that's all right.
I'm handing off.
There's too much pressure. You're not going to be able to actually do it. That was drama. Everyone was waiting.
Everybody at home just is now utterly disappointed about
So
that.
we're probably gonna go into overtime OT on this.
We might.
Macro, let me know if we're running out of space here. So we've got Palm and Apple and the patent situation, as you pointed out. I don't entirely understand why, of all the devices out there that have just ripped off Apple's design and the look, not only, yes, those are a lot of Chinese knockoffs that aren't going to see 1 million subscribers, so it makes sense to concentrate on real threats.
Right.
But even Vista and XP, Vista to a greater degree from Microsoft, things like widgets and gadgets, Aqua and Luna, et cetera, et cetera. Apple has never really pulled the trigger on the patent arsenal. Mm-hmm. Now Palm comes along, have this phone, seems awesome by all accounts, isn't even out yet, and they got their hand on the button. What do you make of this? What's different this time?
I think what's different is, and Tim made it very clear. Tim Cook made it very clear during the earnings release that they were going to defend their patents at all costs when this sort of came up before. I think that what's different this time is that it's a seemingly a viable competitor with a lot of the same built-in underlying architecture. And I think that Apple is a little bit frightened by it, and I think that they should be. And it looks if it can deliver on everything that it says it can, and it does it well and with speed, it's gonna be albeit on the Sprint network, but it's gonna be a real competitor. And Mr. Rubenstein behind the madness over there at Palm now. he brought you the iPhone, such hits as the iPhone. I think that they're very conscious of the knowledge that he holds, being on the former inside lines there,
Right.
and taking that and going and developing a competitor with seemingly a lot of the same sort of stuff,
And very quickly.
and very quickly,
Right.
is grounds for no, you can't do that. So, and I think Apple's probably right to do it.
Well, they can do it, sure.
I mean, no doubt about it.
Right.
And I think what's different this time, it's the iPhone. The iPhone is the revolutionary, groundbreaking in this segment device, and maybe some of their other little one-offs that they've overlooked aren't nearly as important.
Plus, perhaps this is a case of lessons learned. I mean, they saw what happened with Windows 95 and 3.1 and graphical interface and all that, and they weren't nearly as aggressive in being ready for that. And so maybe this is lesson learned, and now they're not going to stand for it.
Yep.
I would personally, if I were them, I would find it suspicious that you have a phone that essentially is created from the ground up. There's very little of Palm's pre-Rubenstein sauce.
Oh yeah, there's no, without the Palm logo on it, you would have, and you take off anything Palm branded-ish,
Right.
you would have no clue that it's a Palm device.
Right. And so for them to go from essentially zero to this fully functioning, ready for production device that is the iPhone Plus, I can understand why they'd be like, something's going on.
Yeah.
There's some things you're using that either are covered by patents, like the multi-touch, or perhaps proprietary information that's in here that is really ours. So we'll see what happens. Maybe they just buy Palm and the whole thing's over.
Yeah.
With that, kids, thank you for watching. New Ford's Focused coming next week.
Yep.
Preview? No?
I don't think so. I think maybe a quick peek at the blog right now would
Give you a clue.
Would give you a clue.
Clue you in. Think airplanes. So check that out. Don't forget, you can subscribe. Let us know your feedback on the new design as well. Send an email to feedback@thedigital-lifestyle.tv. If anybody's having any issues, we want to try to work through that and get everybody awesome, as it were. So thanks for watching, everyone. We will see you again next week. Bye-bye.